And there we go. We got acid tracers on the ISO Hemlock. That is actually really dope. I like that so much. So, what's up, guys? Enter here by Quadgy, and welcome back to another video of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer and Warzone 2. In today's video, we're going to be covering the last tracer pack of Season 3 here for Modern Warfare 2, and that's going to be the tracer pack of Poison Dart. This is actually a really cool tracer pack because it's our first green acid tracer pack, and it comes with tracers for both the Chimera and the Basilisk. And since there's Chimera tracers, it's highly likely that these tracers are also going to work on the ISO Hemlock if you use the blackout ammunition, because the ISO Hemlock has some blackout ammunition rounds, and the Chimera by default has blackout ammunition. So this will be very interesting. There could be 3 tracer guns here, and it's only for 1,500 COD points. So if you guys are interested to see what these tracers look like, see the dismemberment, and see anything secretive about this bundle that you should know, make sure to drop a like in the video, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. I upload store bundles pretty often here on the channel, including tracer packs, animated operator bundles, reactive packs, or whatever the case is, or anything that I'm interested in. So if that sounds good to you, or you just vibe with my personality or the random videos that I post on Warzone 2, or just other random videos, then you've come to the right channel. I'm just honored that you're here, and without wasting too much time, let's go ahead and look into this bundle. So for 1,500 COD points, we got the Chimera Feelin Froggy blueprint, which is the tracer blueprint for green acid and death effect being dismemberment. And then we'll go ahead and look at the preview here. As you can see, it is legit a green acid laser and green acid death effect. We got something similar like this in Modern Warfare 2019, but for the M13, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm kind of glad they brought the effect back because it's kind of cool. And as you can see, it has no ammunition. But because the gun has no ammunition, it has a blackout. It has blackout rounds by default. So the ammunition should work on the ISO Hemlock. So you could put these tracers on the ISO Hemlock, most likely. I'll show you guys whenever I, obviously buy this right now and show you guys later in the video. But yeah, it should work. It's pretty cool. But yeah, pretty cool looking bundle, honestly. I like the whole poison sort of look, which is pretty dope. Next up, we actually have our first tracers for the Basilisk, and this is going to be the Toxicant blueprint. We also get that green acid and dismemberment effect, and as you guys can see here, it also comes with a acid laser, and it absolutely blasts the opponent. So I'm guessing that's a snake shot ammunition. Is it? Oh yeah, so you need to run snake shot ammo in order to use the Basilisk. If you're trying to use the Basilisk regularly, unfortunately you won't have those tracers, which is kind of an L. I prefer the Basilisk without snake shot personally, just because snake shot isn't as good in this game as compared to Modern Warfare 2019. It says Froggy Bros there on the near the rear grip, I guess you could say. It's kind of a good looking gun though, but it just sucks that the tracers are tied to an attachment. And there is no other gun in this game that has snake shot, so kind of a waste. We also have the Vioka skin of Toxic Waters, the weapon sticker of Acid Acquired, and the emblem that's known as All Is Left. So you get all of this for 1,500 COD points. You get 2 tracer guns, potentially 3 tracer guns for 1,500 COD points, which could be very interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and cop it. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are so far in the bundle. Let's go ahead and equip these guns and check out their camos. Okay, so here we are with the Feelin Froggy Chimera and the Basilisk Toxicant. And before we talk about these guns in specific, if you guys are wondering if you could put the blackout tracers on the ISO, as you guys can see, yes you can. You can put tracers on the ISO. As long as you use the .300 blackout ammunition here, you go to press square for skins or whatever the button is for your platform, and you go to the Feelin Froggy here, and as long as you have the blackout ammunition, you will have Feelin Froggy, which is pretty cool. Also, this is the Superheat is from a Damascus Chimera pack from like a while ago, so both of the Chimera tracers that have been available for the Chimera do work on the ISO Hemlock, which is actually really cool. So yeah, I'll show that off in game, but I just thought you guys should know. So yes, there are 3 tracer guns with this bundle for 1,500 COD points. That's kind of a steal if you ask me. But yeah, now moving on to things, let's go ahead and check out the Chimera a little bit more in depth here. So here are the attachments once again, and when we go to the camos here, here's how the base camos look like on this blueprint. Looks kind of cool on some of these. And then here's how gold looks like. Here's how platinum looks like. Actually gets like a really dope like green effect on the gun, which I kind of like. Here's polyatomic, which is actually giving it like a dark purple with green. And then here is Orion. So at least with the mastery camos, I do like how this gun looks like. When it comes to the fun camos here, here's how the speckled camo looks like. Pretty interesting. And I guess I show off the purple one as well. Ooh, purple and green looks pretty... Yeah, there's some pretty nice camos. Unfortunately, for the solid color camos, some of them look weird. Charcoal is actually going to look kind of dope. But for some of the other ones, it doesn't really like combine real well. With the darker colors, it's going to combine real well. But with the brighter colors, you're not really going to see the pattern too much. When it comes to the event camos here, here's how Bowing Blossoms look like. Who knew assets and blossom flowers could look so good? Dark Bones looks good. This gun looks great with a lot of camos, honestly. So if you wanted to combine, you know, effects and stuff, it's not too shabby, honestly. A lot of these camos look pretty great. And keep in mind, if you want to keep the tracers on the Chimera, you can change any of the attachments except for the ammunition. If you add an ammunition to the Chimera, you are going to lose the tracers. Now moving on to the Toxicant Basilisk, here are the attachments once again. And keep in mind, you can change all of the attachments on the Basilisk except for the Snake Shot ammo. Because if you take off the Snake Shot ammo or change it or whatever the case is, you won't have the ammunition. So this is the one attachment you need to have on. When it comes to the camos, it's going to be very similar to the Chimera, I imagine. So here's how gold looks like. Here's how platinum looks like. Once again, a really cool green and like silvery effect. Polyatomic and Orion, which is really nice looking. And then when it comes with the fun camos, here's how the yellow speckled camo looks like. Here is how the purple camo looks like. Ooh, it gives it like an orange purple vibe. I like that. And then with the solid color camos, once again, the darker solid color camos are at least going to have some kind of effect, but the brighter ones, you won't really see the effect too much, which makes sense. And then here are the event camos. Bowing Blossoms looks great. Dark Bones looks great. Here's Skull Eater, Winds of Ash. Galvanic looks pretty fire. And the rest of them. And then the CDL camos, so... pretty dope camo, or blueprints, I should say. Really nice. And now we're going to show how the guns look like with their meta class setups. So here are the base blueprint attachments for the Feelin Froggy Chimera. And here's how the Chimera looks like with its meta attachments. And honestly, it's not too bad. The only thing that sucks is that you do have to put on the 45 round mag and you kind of lose the look of the mag. But honestly, the rest of this is pretty cool. And then like I said, you can combine with like the purple camo, which looks great, or like some of these darker colors. So you could have some pretty special effects and still have the gun look like really great, in my opinion. Like Bowing Blossom still looks really great on this gun, so honestly, huge W with the meta multiplayer class. Here are the base blueprint attachments for the Toxicant Basilisk, and here are the meta attachments for the Basilisk Toxicant. And unfortunately, I would put on the muzzle of the Lockshot KT85, but I have to have the ammunition on, otherwise you won't have the tracers. But this is what I would run to make the Snake Shot as effective as possible. Still looks really great. Like, you pretty much keep the base look of the gun, which is great. I just wish you didn't have to have the ammunition to have the tracers. The only thing that sucks, but still pretty dope. But yeah, that's all to show in the menus. Now let's go in game and show off the tracers on the Chimera, Basilisk, and the ISO Hemlock. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so here we are with the Chimera Feelin Froggy with the acid traces. It looks really great, actually. I love the look of it. And here we have the Basilisk, which also looks amazing, with its inspect, of course, like a big baller. A nice little green. As you can see, we have the acid laser effect, which is really dope. I love the look of this. It's actually really nice. It's only a hipfire mode, though, which kind of stinks. But this one is with the ADS mode, which is pretty dope. So if you want an acid laser effect, there you go. You guys have one right there. And now let's check out these acid traces real quick. Yeah, it's very, like, paintball-y, acid-like, which is dope. And here's the traces for the Basilisk. And that also looks really nice. Actually, really dope, man. I like these tracers. They look great. I like seeing them. And now let's see how the dismemberment looks like on the opponents here. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I legit shot off his arm right there. That's kind of insane. And now let's see the traces on the Chimera and the dismemberment. And there you go. Freaking really nice dismemberment effect. You see a little bit of acid on them. Really dope effects, honestly. I like this. Let's go ahead and shoot the legs and see how that looks like real quick. And there you go. Yeah, really dope freaking dismemberment. It's actual true acid dismemberment. And I recommend it highly. And now let's switch over to the ISO Hemlock and show you guys that the traces work when you add the blackout ammunition attachment to the ISO Hemlock. And there we go. We got acid tracers on the ISO Hemlock. That is actually really dope. I like that so much. And now let's see if the dismemberment works on the ISO hemlock as well. And there you go. Freaking insane. So you essentially have tracers for 3 guns from this bundle for only 1,500 COD points. I think that's really huge. And as you guys saw, the ammunition on the ISO hemlock is right there. So you guys can see that the blackout rounds do work. That's actually really huge. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this bundle. There wasn't really much to this bundle, but I think it's mostly just tracers, which is good. And in my opinion, this is a W bundle. If you're interested in the Chimera, the ISO hemlock, or the Basilisk, this is definitely a cop. It's only 1,500 COD points as well, which is a really cheap tracer pack compared to the other tracers in this game that are like 2,400 COD points and above. So if you're a fan of any of those guns, definitely rock this or cop this if you want, and you will be destroying everybody in an acidic rage. But yeah, that's all I gotta say on this video. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're new, turn on those post notifications. This was the last tracer pack of Season 3. We got a lot to come in Season 4, so make sure you guys stay tuned, you know, by dropping a like and subscribing. And I might have 1 or 2 more videos before Season 4 drops, so make sure you guys stay tuned. I love you guys for all the love and support the last 6 to 7 months on this game. And let's just keep it moving, man. You're incredible.